I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching Spotlight on PHTV4. Today's Spotlight is on Arrowhead Lake in Palos Heights here. We just had a ribbon cutting ceremony, opening, special completion of a project. With me is civil engineer Justin Kirk, right?
Right.
Justin, thank you for taking a few minutes to be with us. You're going to help us out kind of understand, we know what it meant for the community in terms of affecting the floodplain and people having to buy that insurance. Can you explain a little bit about what the physical project was that created that designation was not necessary anymore, and then some of the other improvements on the property?
Sure, I can give you a quick overview of the project, which started in 2019. There was a failing outlet culvert near the north end of the lake there, and we replaced that and also replaced the dam on top of that with a reinforced concrete structure. That ties into the bike path, which runs east-west across the area. And we also had to raise a couple other sections of the bike path surrounding the lake in order to create that additional storage that resulted in the flood benefits. So that was about 40 acre-feet that now will fill in additional with the lake now that the project's complete.
I'm going to tell you, as a bike rider and a trail walker myself, I know I appreciate it. It's wonderful, and it looks good. The lake looks beautiful. How did building those things affect the water flow so that it's not a floodplain on the other side?
Well, tying the bike path into the design was incredibly important because we were working with Palos Heights and we were also working with the landowner, the Forest Preserve District. And one of their main concerns was how was this project going to affect bike travel across the lake and across the Forest Preserve during construction. So we actually phased the project in two phases and then built an additional trail spur coming out on 131st Street in order to direct bike traffic through that route during the first half of the project. And then when that part was complete, that trail spur was used to direct bike traffic around the dam construction during the second part. So now that those trail spurs and raised paths are completed, those also see a little less flooding and help to contain water within the lake now that the project's complete.
Okay, so that project kept water on this side, not draining that way. And it sounds like there's a lot of moving parts here because you're working with different entities, different organizations, the City of Palos Heights and Forest Reserve, the bike path, and the water reclamation thing. I mean, that's incredible. That's a lot of coordination. How about, so as a civil engineer, specifically, what was your part in this, great project?
Personally, my part was tying all the parts together. We had a design consultant working on some elements with the dam and hydraulics, and then there were plenty of meetings with the Forest Preserve District about how to incorporate that bike path over the dam, as well as reduce the amount of trees that we'd be cutting down as a part of the project. And Palos Heights was also a really important partner who was helpful with some of the public outreach, especially after the project was complete and the flood map changes, notifying residents so that they knew they had been removed from the floodplain.
It sounds amazing to me because it's beautiful out here, and I see people, families out here and fishermen out here and people riding their bikes and walking the trail. And when you think about it, it was a great thing for the homeowners over there, great thing for the Forest Reserve people, great thing for people using the bike path. It's got to be a tremendous feel-good, I would think, for you and your organization to be able to achieve something like that provides so much good for so many. Right. So walking at this point in the project, seeing the ribbon cutting, moving, I mean, how do you feel about that whole thing? Watching this, and I'm assuming you're on other projects too.
Yeah, it's always satisfying at the end of the project. So many years of up and downs go into the design with things going right, things going wrong, permitting complications and other elements that come up that might throw you off. But really, it's good to be out here at the end of a project, and especially the next time it rains and maybe someone doesn't flood this time. That's really what makes these projects meaningful.
Well, on behalf of Palos and as a citizen, thank you. We appreciate it. Congratulations. This is great work. Good luck on your next project.
Thank you.
I'm Dave Wurzel, and you've been watching Spotlight, and the Spotlight's been on Arrowhead Lake. Come on down and enjoy it. Thank you for watching.